Welcome back, guys. How's everybody doing? Welcome back to another video from Bulls to the Wall Trading. I hope you guys are having a nice Wednesday. It's almost 2 days and then the weekend is here. Thank God. It's been a long week. And for me, it's just been kind of like a slow grind trying to get back to my normal life after, having these holidays, but we're getting there. Um, this is going to be my watch list for January 11th, 2018. Bulls to the Wall Trading is a channel that I created to help new traders out. I created this to encourage people to trade and just basically as a community and as a format for me to help people out and answer their questions. And it's not just me. If somebody else has an answer, they can help you out. This isn't just about me. It's about everybody helping each other out, and that's really what I'm going for. So if you are interested in trading, if you want to learn how to day trade or swing trade, or if you just don't know anything about trading and you're interested, then I suggest you check out my videos and please subscribe and like that. That does mean a lot to me. I am not a financial planner or a financial advisor, so anything that I discuss here is just my personal opinion. You always have to do your own research. Just because I am talking about a stock and I really like it does not mean that you need to like it. Quite the contrary. I would love it if somebody were to tell me, hey, you like this stock, but I don't like it because of this, and that. That shows that you're doing your own research, and that's really the best way to go, by you analyzing on your own and you making your own decisions. I have a free chat room. I will leave the link to that chat room in the description of this video. Thank you everybody over the last couple days that has subscribed to my channel. I thank you everybody for the thumbs up. That really does mean a lot to me. And thank you to everybody in the chat room and in the YouTube videos that have left me comments with suggestions or questions. And I am going to go over those today. So this video is going to be probably a little bit longer than usual. I try to keep my videos within 15 to 20 minutes, but I have some requests and I have some things that I want to talk about or things that people are requesting, so this video might be a little bit longer. So let's get into it. So one of the requests that I got was for me to go over the stocks that I have been calling out. So basically what I'm going to do right now is talk about the stocks that I had on my watch list last night to see how they performed. So this is the first one that I have for the day trading aspect of it. I'm going to do day trading first, and then I'm going to switch over to swing trade. So I had DRRX on my watch list for last night, which means it could have been a potential good day trade today. So if you see here, it had a nice run. So I believe I put my resistance line around right here. What I would have done this morning when I came in, if I would have been following this stock, is I would have deleted my line and I would have moved it up here, because that would have been the new high, and right around there. So my mentality, let me just draw that. My mentality at this point would have been, at what point is this stock going to cross this line that I just drew? So let me zoom in. So right there, about right there is where I would have drawn my new line. So when the market opened, it didn't do anything, but as soon as it crossed it right here with good volume, it shot up. So that's exactly what we're looking for. So DRRX was a good play, was a good stock to invest in today. It didn't happen right when the market opened, but it did what we wanted it to do later on in the day. CDE is the next one on the list. Same situation with this one. And this is the first time I'm looking at these today. I didn't have a chance to day trade today. So I probably put my line right here at $7.74, which was the high of the day yesterday. When I would have opened my computer today, I would have deleted that line and moved my line up to here to $7.80, which would have been the high in the pre-market. And let me zoom in again. My line would have been right about there, and as you can see, as soon as the price crossed it, it had a nice run and it had good volume. So this also would have been another good play. FMSA. This one would have put it at 612. It never got to that point, so there was nothing for us to do there. KODX or K. This one was probably the best one that I had yesterday. Absolutely. I think I remember on this one that it was at around $10.15 or somewhere around there. And it just kept going, like all post-market and all pre-market. So what I would have done in the morning, I would have said, okay, where's my pre-market high, which it would have been right about there. And you probably could have gotten in right here when it broke above, but it came straight back down. So this one would have been incredibly fast moving, and if you are not lightning fast, you probably would have lost money, because it looks like it opened up here and then it just came down. So you would have had to be fast on that one. HMNY is the next one on the list. Wow, this is another one that had a pretty good day. I probably had my line somewhere around here at $8.11. I would have moved that line to $10.40 because that would have been the new high. But when the market opened, it just came down and it never went back up to 10.40. So we didn't miss anything there. SN. This one I probably had my line around right here, $6.62. If I would have been watching this one in the morning, I would have moved my line right here to $6.65. And as you can tell right here, once the price broke above $6.65, you could have gotten in. It had good volume, and you could have written that to $5.87. So this one would have been another good one. Me specifically, I probably wouldn't have even looked at this one because it didn't have enough movement in the morning. I like to trade stocks that have a lot of pre-market volume. So if you look at this one, it didn't have anything in the pre-market, but if you look at the previous one, look at all this movement. That's what I like. So I would have watched this one more over this. So that's just my preference. That doesn't mean that's how you need to do it. And the next one is TNDM. I don't recall where I had my line on this one. I would probably, just looking at this pre-market action, I would have put my line right around there at around $3.76. And same situation with this one. It looks like it moved really, really quickly. So you could have gotten in, but you would have gotten rejected and came right back down really, really fast. So this one, you could have made some quick money, but you had to be really, really fast. So this is how the stocks that I called out yesterday. It looks like it was about 7 of them, and I think maybe 4 of them would have played out really, really well. So hopefully you're seeing that that potential there. Now I'm going to go into the stocks that I have for tomorrow, January 11th. So we're going to start with DPW. And if you're new to trading and you don't understand what I do for day trading, I basically look for the high of the day. I draw a resistance line at that point. In this case, it would be $3.20. And what I want to happen the following day is for the price to start coming up to that 320 mark. This is for this loan, 320. And I want the price to break above 320 with good volume. You would see that right here. And that should make the price go higher. Does that mean it's always going to happen? Absolutely not. The price could cross 320 with good volume. It could go up 2, 3, 5 cents and then come back down. That's the risk that you take when you're investing, so just keep that in mind. So for DPW, I would draw my line at around 320. Next one, GENE. I would draw my line here at $2.05. I doubt this one's going to come back up to $2.05 because after it went up to 205, it corrected itself, and it's at 160. So it's got a lot of ground to cover, but it's still worth a shot. Next one, CBL. I would draw my line at $5.76, right around there. DRRX. I called this one out yesterday and I just went over this one. I would still keep this one on watch, and I would put my line at $1.45. GCAP, I would put my line at $9.50, not $9.47, because I would want it closer to that $0.50 resistance, which obviously would be $9.50. So that's where I personally I would put my resistance line. Fctl. Don't mind this blue line. If you see blue lines, it's for swing trading, but this one had a nice day, and the daily chart looks good for a day trade tomorrow. So the high of the day was at 199, so I would put it at $2 for that whole dollar amount, right around there. So I would keep this one on watch as well. NVAX, again, we got blue lines. That's for swing trading purposes, but again, the daily chart looks great for a day trade tomorrow. I would put my line at $2.27, and LC at 432. So out of all of those, probably my favorite one would be the previous one, and NVAX, just because it's moving after the market closed. This dark area is the market, the regular market hours, and this light gray area is after the market closed. So if a stock is moving when the market closed, that tells you that something good is going on. So I definitely like to see that. All right, now we're gonna switch over to our day trades. I'm sorry, our swing trades, and a couple of things that I saw today. How did I do this? I think it was daily. Yeah, 6 months in a day. All right, so let's look at same thing, NVAX. I believe I had this one several days ago, and I called out that I wanted this candle, or any candle, to break above this blue trend line and for it to close above. Ideally, what I like for swing trades is for the candle to break above and close above this trend line. Obviously, this candle broke above and it broke the trend line and it closed above, but it just closed way too high above the trend line. So I am not going to get in. I did not get in. If it would have closed around here, $1.43, $1.40, somewhere more reasonable and closer to the trend line, I would have gotten in, but this is way out of control. But as you can see here, I had this one on watch as a swing trade, and it did what I wanted it to do, but it just went out of control. So that's that. RAD. This one would have been a good opportunity to get in because this one did what we wanted it to do. You could have gone in on this candle right here. It broke the trend line and it closed above. It had a couple of it had a red day, then a green, red, red, and then green, green. So ideally, the perfect place to get in for me would have been on this candle right here. But you could have gone in here or here as well. But ideally, this would have been the candle. Fctl. This one is one that I'm watching. I know I have this one as a day trade as well, but as you can see, this is the trend line that it's on right now, or that's the trend that it's on right now, I should say. And I'm just waiting for a candle to break above and for it to close above that trend line. So once that happens, I'll get in on Fctl. PLUG. I am looking at this one. I'm hoping for a red day to come down, for it to bounce off of this support like it did right here. It came down and then it bounced back up. So I'm going to keep an eye on this one for it to keep coming down and bounce off of that support. And GSAT, same situation here. I want it to keep coming down and bounce off of this support. So those are the ones that I'm looking at. Let me check real quick the ones that I spoke about yesterday. So this is a recap of the swing trades stocks that I gave out yesterday. So I believe I said this one would have been a good one to get in at 432, right above the break of the previous high. And it's still, it's had several green days, so this one still would have been a good one. CHK, whoops, CHK. So I think I said that you could have gotten in here. It would have had a red day today, but again, it's nothing too bad. Obviously, depending on your share size, and like I said yesterday, you got to have a point for you to get out. Maybe for you it's losing $50, maybe it's losing $100. That's something that you have to figure out. But this one I would have gotten in here, but obviously it's followed by a red day. No need to panic unless, of course, it's at a point where you don't want to lose any more money. Pandora, I believe I said this one I wanted for a bounce play off of support right here. So this is perfect. It's closer to support, just like it did here. So I want a green day tomorrow to confirm a bounce off of support, just like it did here. Boom, boom. So I want that to happen. I want it to come down, and then green day, that'll be confirmation for me that it's bouncing off of that support. ASNA, this one I wanted to keep coming down off of this support, and it looks like it had a down day, so hopefully it keeps coming down and I can catch it off a bounce right here. GLUU, this one I wanted it to come down more, but it looks like it had a green day, so we'll see what it does tomorrow. Ideally, I want it to come closer to that support. And PDS. So this one broke a couple days ago, the previous high, and it looks like it's making new highs. So this one is still doing good. So those are the stocks that I called out for swing trades yesterday, and I'm just following up on them because that's something that you guys requested. So I got a request. Actually, I think it was a comment on my video last night about how do I scan for swing trades. Scanning for swing trades, I think, is probably the easiest thing because all you're doing is looking at charts. What I have for swing trades is just basically volume and price. That's it. So I put the volume. This is all up to you, however you want it. I like 500,000 or more. Sometimes I change it to 1 million or more, and the price, whatever you're comfortable. Once you have that, you just look at every stock that populates, and you just start looking for patterns, and you try to figure out, okay, where's the support, where's the resistance, is there a trend going down, and you just play along with it until you see a stock that you think is ready or almost ready for you to invest in. But yeah, as far as the scan, it's just volume and price, and then you just go stock by stock, and you're just looking at the movements, and you pick whatever you think is best for a swing trade and whatever works best for you as far as a swing. And I got a request in the chat room, which again, if you want to join the chat room, I will leave the link in the description. Okay, so this is from Khan. It says, can you please share the setup you use to do trading every day? Like which broker you use, what feeds you use stock news effectively, do you set up intraday alerts mechanism, also do you suggest we alert group members about a possible high of day? Okay, so first question, can you share your setup? So this is my setup right here. Um, I use Thinkorswim for my charts, and I use Fctl for executing my trades. I have a review on Fctl, so check that out if you've never heard of Fctl. I love Thinkorswim. I love their charts, but I do not love their fees, and I do not love their the PDT rule. It's not their rule. It's a regulation. So that's why I started going with Fctl, because it's only $1 per trade as compared to, I think TD is $7 a trade or somewhere around there. So that's why I switched. But their charting is amazing. I love it. I love this whole interface. I love Thinkorswim. So that's what I use for my day-to-day operations, if you will. My main thing that I use is just the charts and the volume. That MACD and the RSI is just, I guess you can say confirmation, or I've gotten so used to having it here, but honestly, I really just look at the chart, the pattern, and the volume. That for me is my bread and butter. As far as news, everything that I need is right here in the Thinkorswim section of news, which is right here. You should have a tab on the side that lets you add the news. So if I'm looking at a stock and it's raising up and it's going higher, and I want to know what's going on, I don't want to lose time going to Yahoo or Googling something. I have everything I need right here. So what was the stock that went up today? Was it DPW? DRRX. So let's take a look at the DRRX. So yesterday it went up, and if I wanted to know why, there you go. I mean, you have everything you need to know right here. Up 7% on NDA acceptance. So this gives you everything you need to know in regards to what's going on with the stock you're looking at. So there is no need for you to go anywhere else as far as news, because Thinkorswim has a beautiful platform, and it has a great section for news. So what I do is I'm just looking at stocks. I mean, let's say we're doing a day trading. So if I'm just looking at a spike, I'm like, oh wow, well what happened? Why is it going up? And then I look over here, and this will tell me everything I need to know. And this will help you determine if it's a valid spike, or if it's something that, maybe it's a pump and dump or something along those lines. Do you set up intraday alerts mechanism? I used to, but not anymore. Let me change this real quick to 5. I used to have alerts, but it got to the point where I was just getting alerts like every 10 minutes, and it drove me crazy. You can do it, but I would just be very careful, because it'll get to a point where all these alerts are going to start stacking up, and one day your computer is going to go crazy. So on Thinkorswim, if you want to put an alert, you basically go to the price where you want to do it. Let's say 150. Let me see if I remember how to do this. You right click and create alert. This is going to give you the confirmation, DDRX, and you want it to alert you when the price is at 150, and yet it can notify you with a sound. It can send you an email, it can send you a text, whatever you want. It's a cool feature. Like I said, I used it, but it got to a point where it was just too much alerts going on, and it just distracted me, and it threw me off, to be honest. So I would be careful with that if you do decide to use that. Also, do you suggest we alert group members about possible high of day breakouts? Yeah, I mean, look, I don't see why not. I don't see why not. I mean, we're here to help each other out. If you guys want to be active in the chat room, which I that's really what I want to see happen, is more activity in the chat room. I want to see you guys say, hey, DDRX is looking good. Take a look at it. That's really what I want. But in the end, it all comes to you guys. If everybody else in the chat room wants it, then let's go for it. My goal is to create a community where we help each other out. Obviously, if somebody calls out DRRX, I don't want the group members to blindly throw money at DRRX. I say this in all my videos. Please do your own research. And if we're going to start calling out stocks in the chat room, I believe we need to emphasize that as well. So by all means, if there's stocks that you like, if there's stocks that are going up, if you're catching something really good, by all means alert us. But to everybody in the chat room, just keep in mind that just because somebody's calling out a stock does not mean that you need to jump on it without quickly doing some research or analyzing it real quick. That's the worst thing you could do, is just throw money blindly at something hoping that it works out. So that's about it for this video, guys. It's one of my longest videos I've put out, but most of it was because I've had your requests, and that's totally fine. If you have more requests or more questions, I'm more than glad to answer those for you and help you guys out. Thank you so much for the feedback you guys have been giving me. Every compliment that I get, every new subscriber, every thumbs up, I can't tell you how much that means to me. I started this channel thinking that I would only get like 20 subscribers, and I have close to 70 now. And people asking me questions and saying, how much I'm helping them out. And that really, really does mean a lot to me. So thank you for that. Please subscribe and like if you haven't already. Thumbs up if you haven't already. Join the chat room if you haven't already. And I will leave you with that. Have a good night, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow.